Happy first day of Flower and Garden Festival.
2023.
2023. We are here for the first day of the festival. We are going to try a bunch of the brand new eats that they have this year and show you guys what this festival is all about. So let's go.
Let's grow.
Activity that you can do during the festival is the Spikes Pollination Exploration, which is basically a scavenger hunt. It's flower and garden, so there's gardens all over the place. So when you are walking around the park, you're going to be looking for all the different gardens, and there will be signs that have the corresponding sticker or image, and so your stickers come on the back. And then once you fill this out, you can actually go and get your completer prize. You can technically also pick up your completer prize when you purchase this. But this is a really fun little activity that you can do with the kiddos or adults. Just something a little extra special to do. So pricing for this is $9.99. My friends, it is a steamy one here today, but if you need a few seconds in some AC, you can head over to Creation Shop. That is where all of the festival merch is. There are 4 collections. There's the Orange Bird, there is the Figment, there's a really cute Snow White princess one, and then there's the annual pass holder. The merch this year is so freaking cute. We did buy a few pins. We may be back later in the festival to get a few more things, but I definitely would check out the merch if you're here. Even if you don't get anything, it's still really cute to look at. It's time for our very first booth of the day, and I think Brunchcot is a great way to start. So we are trying some new things that are on the menus, and the new thing on this menu this year is the Lox Benedict on everything focaccia with everything spiced, cream cheese, shallots, crispy capers, and hollandaise. I don't know how to say that. It looks really good. It's got a lot of flavors that I like, so let's see how it goes. There's a lot of really great flavors in there. Ours got a little cold because it takes us a while to get to the eating part, but the egg is poached really well, and the salmon is really good. The cream cheese gives it a really good creaminess, and I really like the bread too. You gotta kind of like those combination of flavors. If you aren't a big salmon person or capers or runny eggs, this may not be for you, but overall the flavors are very good. We also got the peach Bellini because it is hot and it's something cold and refreshing. Sounded really good. That is quite tasty. That's just, pretty much exactly what you would expect. It's pretty straightforward. It's not anything spectacular, but it is nice and refreshing on this toasty day.
Our next stop was the Citrus Blossom here in the Odyssey, and we got the brie and the lemon meringue pie, and we also got the beer flight. So the brie is citrus baked brie with preserved lemon marmalade, limoncello macerated, blueberries, and spiced Marcona almonds. Sounds really good. And then we also got the lemon meringue pie, which is lemon curd, lemon mousse, and toasted meringue. All of it sounds and looks beautiful. Okay, here goes the brie. Oh. This one's gonna be hard to beat. That lemon, what was it? Preserves on it. This is really good. I like the textures. I could do without the blueberries, but you've got the crunch from the almonds. and then that warm, gooey, melty brie, and then you've got like obviously like the pastry on the outside of the brie. 10 out of 10. Get this. So good. Next up is the lemon meringue pie. It's very gooey. I thought it would be a little stiffer than what it is. That meringue is very sticky. The flavor's good. The texture's not right. It's like it's not set. I would say if you come to the booth, like if you absolutely love lemon meringue pie, get it. But I think I would probably pass on this one.
We've made it to our next booth, which is Florida Fresh. It is kind of right in between where the gift shops in Mexico are. They had a lot of really yummy things here, but today we're only trying new things. So I don't know if this is new or not, but it sounded really refreshing. This is the watermelon slushie. They have an alcoholic and non-alcoholic version. I got the non-alcoholic because we already had a little bit of booze today. Oh, that's so good. It's so sweet, but it's not like still has some tartness to it. Wow. That is so good. I really like that a lot. We did also get a food item from this booth, but before I talk about that, I wanted to talk about these little guys. So this is one of my favorite budgeting tricks when it comes to coming to the festivals. It's really easy to spend a lot of money at these. Most of the food items typically are between like $5 to $9. Some are a little more, some are a little less. But these are little bracelet gift cards that you can purchase at pretty much any of the gift shops. So you can load this up with however much you're okay with spending for the day, and then once it's gone, it's gone. New for this booth is the strawberry shortcake, and this is not what I expected this to look like, but holy cow, it looks so good. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to eat it, but I am just gonna pick it up. Oh, really messy, but that is super good. The whipped cream is very light, and the cake is kind of more like a biscuit with like sugar crystals. I know I have stuff like all over my face, but that's pretty good. I do recommend. Next up, Honey Bee-stro. Do you like our hats? There's actually a cast member kind of right over by the exit of Honey Bee-stro, and they're passing out these hats, so I made Callie get one so we could take a picture. But now, let's try a couple fun things from this booth. So we got two of the new food items at this booth. We got the pollinator flatbread with honey whipped mascarpone, honey caramelized onions, blue gastrique, prosciutto, honey whipped goat cheese, arugula, honey vinaigrette, and bee pollen. It looks so beautiful. Sounds so delish. There's a lot of really interesting textures and flavors, and there is a lot going on in this dish. I think I'm gonna go for this guy right here. The balsamic gives it a really strong flavor. I really like that the prosciutto gives it some savory taste, while the like goat cheese, whatever stuff gives it almost a little bit of sweetness. There's so many textures and flavors going on in there. I don't really know how to describe it. It's probably my favorite savory thing that we've had so far. Better than the brie.
And I'm gonna be trying the chicken waffles. It's crispy honey brined chicken and a honey sweet cornbread waffle with whipped honey butter and spicy honey. So, this sounds so good. Oh, that waffle looks like, almost like cakey. Honey sweet cornbread waffle. Yeah, it tastes like cornbread, but in a waffle. But you also have like some of that spicy, like, it almost tastes like there's like jalapeno in it. If you've ever had like cornbread with jalapeno, like little chunks of jalapeno in it, that's exactly what it tastes like. It's pretty good. I wish there was like some more sweetness or something to it, like almost like a syrup or something like that went on top to give it like a little of that like sweet and spicy kind of flavor.
UK Pavilion has something really fun. They of course have lots of gorgeous gardens, but they actually have a really special garden in this pavilion. They have the tea garden, so you can actually go through and do like a little self-guided tour. There's lots of information about a lot of different teas. It's sponsored by Twinings, so they feature like a bunch of different Twinings teas, but they have a lot of plants and flowers that they use in the different types of tea flavors. You can learn a little bit more, and it's a little bit more shaded back here, which is nice, so it's a good way to kind of get out of that direct sun.
One of my favorite things about this festival are all the topiaries that you can find throughout World Showcase and World Celebration. You'll find them obviously at the front of the park, you'll find them all around in all the different countries, and all of them are kind of tucked away in their own little pavilion, if you will. So, for example, we're right by the UK Pavilion, so you have Captain Hook and Peter Pan right behind me, and then down the way a little bit you have Winnie the Pooh and friends. And a fun fact for you is that most of these topiaries contain about 80% organic material. So they're basically like a steel frame and a steel base, and then everything that you see is real organic plants and material. And I'm pretty sure another fun fact is that Hook, see his hook? I'm pretty sure he got it from the secondhand store.
One of my favorite things to do at this festival is Butterfly Landing. This is a butterfly garden where you can go and see all of the pretty butterflies and lots of pretty flowers. Anybody can do this. It's free. It's included with your park ticket, but it's really cool, and you don't get to go in a house full of butterflies all the time. So let's go see if we can see some.
Suddenly, an outfit change, a different day, and it's dark.
So we got really full yesterday, but we still have a lot of things to try, so we are trying even more food tonight, and we are starting off strong with Mexico margaritas. So this is the Cristal, and yours is?
The Mala, I already forgot what.
Mala Hierba?
Hierba.
I think that's what it is. This is probably the lightest margarita I've ever had. Like, as far as like it just, I mean, it's still strong. It still tastes like tequila, but it's very light.
I think this has mezcal in it.
Oh, do we need to switch?
Oh no, this has mezcal. This, I do not like mezcal at all.
So both of these are for me?
No, we'll switch back. I really do not like that one. I'm pretty sure. Let me look at the book.
This one's a little sweeter.
Yeah, I would agree.
The other one has like almost a little bit more of like a florally taste to it. Let's see what's in these. Okay, so the Mala is, oh Lord Almighty.
Lots of tequila and vodka.
Tequila.
With a chili salt rim.
Elderflower chamomile tea. That's probably what you taste.
Yeah.
Abasolo corn whiskey, flower-infused vodka, and a chili salt rim. Whereas the other one is agave tequila,
yeah,
Blanco,
mezcal.
Mezcal.
Yeah, that's immediately what I tasted.
Lemon juice and orange liqueur. So, there you go.
And we got
the quesadilla because we're trying all the new things. So, I'm going to try it because Mark Allen's holding the camera. This is the quesadilla de Flyr de Calabaza with house-made masa tortillas filled with squash blossoms, bacon, onion, zucchini, and cheese. So definitely not your typical quesadilla. That's pretty good. There's like almost maybe a little bit too much tortilla to filling, but the ingredients and flavors are all there and very good. I don't know that I would call this a quesadilla. It doesn't seem like a quesadilla to me, but whatever it is quite delicious. Apparently now I'm double fisting it. We made it to Lotus Blossom, which is the China Pavilion booth, and the only new thing here is the Tropical Moon. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, Tropical Moon. Basically, it's just a fruity vodka drink, and it has boba balls in the bottom. The drink is good. I don't like those bobas. They're not popping boba. It's like a normal type texture boba.
Like the tapioca?
Yeah, but they're clear. I don't like the boba, but the drink itself is pretty good. I wish it was a little colder. Well, I have a new addition to my attire. I finally got these ears. I really wanted them. They're very cute. Mark Allen told me to get them because they look cute. So, got my new pairs of ears, but we are eating at a booth that we usually skip because it's stupid expensive, and that is the Italy Pavilion. It's called Primavera Kitchen, but the food this year actually looked pretty good, and it wasn't like horribly priced, except for the salad. It was $8 for like a teeny tiny cup of salad. I'm not gonna do that. I refuse. So we got the tortellini, and then we got basically what's like worms and dirt. I'm gonna give this tortellini a try, and then Mark Allen's gonna try the worms and dirt. The tortellini actually looked really good, which is why I didn't want to skip it, because it is a decent portion and it looks super good and it's warm. Is it the best of the fest? No, but it is pretty good, and I like that it has almost like a succotash type situation going on top. And so it adds to that really like fresh gardeny flavor that they do with a lot of the dishes here at the festival. I do like this one. I would say it's like a 6 out of 10. It's not like my favorite thing, but it is actually pretty good.
Now, I'm gonna try this dirt and worms that was probably way overpriced. Although really good, I feel like this would be a fun one for kids. If you're an adult, unless you're a child at heart, like basically me, skip this one. It's way overpriced for what it is, and it's like itty bitty. Like it's so small for the price that you're paying.
At the America Pavilion, it's Magnolia Terrace is the name of the booth. There's a lot of new items here, so we got everything. So I am going to try the crawfish pie and the bananas Foster bread pudding. All of it honestly looks really good. It smells really good, so I'm very excited. The biscuit on this crawfish pie actually looks really similar to the biscuit that was on the strawberry shortcake at Florida Fresh. It looks like it has a really beautiful flaky texture too, so I'm really excited about these. It looks so good. Oh my god. There is so much flavor packed into that little tiny dish. It's not spicy, but like there is a lot of like spice, like flavor to it. The crawfish is really prominent. If you don't like seafood, I don't know that you'll like this one, but it is really good. I might even make Mark Allen try it because, wow, that's spectacular. I love that. Okay, let's try some dessert. Something sweet, totally different. Honestly, that tastes like a normal bread pudding. It still has some pretty good like cinnamony flavor to it. The banana flavor is not super strong other than the bananas on top. It is really good. If you like bread pudding, it's a good option. I like it.
Next up, I'm gonna try the spicy chicken gumbo with andouille sausage and Ben's original long grain and wild rice. I'm also going to try, right after that, the manfrotto panini with ham, salami, mortadella, provolone, and Swiss with olive salad. It looks pretty good. I will say the portions here are very, like, this is a hefty bowl. I like that this is chicken versus seafood. I don't like seafood, so I'm a little curious about the crawfish thing. but I'm very happy that this is gumbo and not like shrimp or something like that. That's got some heat to it. I will say this is by far probably the spiciest dish that we've tried so far out of the festival. Very good flavor. It's not super hot, which I actually kind of prefer because it's like 1,000,000 degrees right now. The rice is at the bottom and then they put like the gumbo actually over the top. If you're not keen on spicy foods, I would skip this one because this is, although I love it, I love spicy food, it's got some heat to it. So if you don't like that, skip this dish for sure. Now time for the panini. It's a pretty dense panini. It's pressed really well. Not a lot of bread to this, which I actually really like because sometimes some of these sandwiches, like the bread to meat or filling consistency is way off. Not a lot of bread on this one. I don't like it. You have to like olives.
Oh no.
I get a lot of olive flavor on this.
Oh.
I don't like this at all.
As he takes another bite.
I was just making sure. As someone who does not like seafood, I'm going to try, what was this called? The crawfish pie?
Pie.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of a pot pie. Immediately no. No. Oh. No. 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 Okay. I know I am making a really bad face right now. I don't like seafood. But I just wanted to give you guys the perspective of someone, if you don't like seafood like me, because seafood is kind of one of those things where you have a love-hate relationship to it. You either love it or hate it. And there's really no in-between. I am on the hate perspective of that. I did not like that at all. If you don't like seafood, do not get that dish.
We've made it back over to the citrus blossom because there was a few more things from this booth that we haven't tried yet that are new. The shrimp tempura, which I've heard is really, really good. And then the Bella Strata spritz, which this is not what I was expecting, but it looks so fun and fruity. So I might start with this one. Mark Allen will like this. It kind of tastes like beer. No, it like really tastes like beer. That is the weirdest thing I've ever had. It tastes like beer, but like very orangey and like bubbly, like a champagne type situation, but like it tastes like beer. That's yeah, Mark Allen might need to try that one. Okay, let's try this tempura. Oh yeah, that is good. It's very basic, super basic, but because it's really basic, I think it'll be a people pleaser for a lot. It is very good.
I will not be trying the shrimp because we all saw how the crawfish pie thing went. Immediately no. No. We're gonna try the spritz. Oh, yep.
You see why you like it and I don't.
It's like, is there like soda water in that or something?
It literally doesn't say what it is.
Yeah, it doesn't say what's in there. I feel like there's like ginger ale or like soda water or something. Like it tastes like if you took like Fanta and a beer and mixed it together.
New day, new outfit, more booths to try. We are at the Japan booth called Hanami, and we got all kinds of things. So I'm starting off with the Nigori dragon fruit sake cocktail. It is so Like, it's hot pink. Like, this is the pinkest drink I've ever seen in my life. It looks really good though. Oh, that's delightful. That is very sweet, but it's really good. Yeah, I like that a lot. Next up for the 2 food items, these are just for me. Mark Allen both have fish in it, so he's not even gonna try it. First is the Hanami sushi, which is kind of just your typical like fish on some rice. It looks really pretty. Wow, that's super fresh. That one has like some lemon or orange zest or something on it. That one's pretty delish. This middle one has some fish that I don't recognize. That one's a little fishier, but it has there's a really good like almost like vinegary type flavor on that one. And then this one has like a little flake of gold on it. I think that one's tuna. That's pretty solid for like fresh sushi. Next is this udon soup. It's got like noodles and it's creamy and has shrimp, and mushrooms. Wow, that looks super good. I should have probably gotten a fork. That's pretty good. It's very creamy. It's not super hot, which honestly I'm okay with, because I feel like if it was like pretty warm out, I don't know that I would want something like super hot and soupy. I do like that a lot. Okay, me and Mark Allen have 2 more drinks for you to try. All right, and for our other 2 drinks, I have the Hakushika Hana Kohaku Plum Sake, and Mark Allen has the Sakura Cherry Blossom Pilsner.
This is really good.
Oh, this is really good too.
The Pilsner is it's a very light beer, almost like florally from that cherry blossom. Very nice and refreshing, nice and cold. It's great beer.
This one has less of a sake flavor, like it's not as strong of a sake flavor. It tastes more like a wine. Like it has more of a actual like wine taste versus like sake wine.
That's really, yeah, I would agree. 100% agree with that. It tastes like a white wine. Mm-hmm. It's very sweet too, almost like Moscato.
Yes, that's a great way. This does taste very much like a Moscato. That's exactly what that tastes like. All right, Japan, pretty solid. Everything's really good.
Our next stop is Morocco at Tangerine Cafe. We got the saffron cake. There, I believe, is another new item. However, that is on the Garden Graze stroll. We aren't doing any of those items tonight because we're going to make a whole separate video about the Garden Graze. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that video when it comes out. But as for the saffron cake, it looks like it maybe has like it looks like it has a pistachio kind of sponge on the bottom, and then maybe, I'm not sure what this is, maybe like a mousse or something on top. Oh, it's almost like a white chocolate, like almost like a shell. I can already tell there's a lot of textures going on. Just off of that first bite, this is easily my favorite dessert that we've tried so far. If you've had the mousses at Satuli Canteen, texturally and flavor-wise, it reminds me a lot of that. So you have this kind of like, almost like I think it's like a white chocolate shell. Then you've got the mousse inside, and then I do believe, yes, I was correct, that is a pistachio sponge on the bottom. Do make sure you get some of these, like there's like a, kind of a, I don't know, not a glaze or like a jam or something on the bottom. Make sure you get some of that and the pistachios that's sprinkled around. Lots of textures going on, but it somehow works. I love this dish. Probably the best dessert that we've had so far. Slowly but surely, we were making our way around World Showcase, and our next stop is La Isla Fresca for their new item, which is the braised oxtail with pigeon pea rice. Never had oxtail before, so this could be interesting. Very flavorful. The rice is very tender. It's Ben's rice again. I think it's exactly the same rice as the chicken gumbo over in America. It tastes very, very similar. Again, much like the chicken gumbo, this does have slight bit of kick to it. Not nearly as much as that chicken gumbo though. Honestly, I think if you were to get one of those two dishes, like if maybe you were on a budget and you only had a select few, I would 100% get this over that chicken gumbo.
We're in my favorite pavilion of food that I cannot pronounce. That's in the France pavilion. So this is the Flyr de Lys booth. We got 2 food items and a drink that are all new. So we got the gnocchi, the chocolate tart, and then the Kir a la pure something. It's a sparkling wine with desert pear. It all looks pretty delicious. I think I'm gonna start savory first. That's really hot. Hold on. That is very good. It's really hearty. If you like a pot roast type situation, that's pretty much what this is. It's very hot. I had to blow on it because I was gonna burn my mouth. But yeah, I like that for like a really nice hearty dish if you want something a little heavier. Now let's try this wine. It's very pretty. I know you can't see it because it's dark, but ooh, that's interesting. It's a little tart. I think I was expecting it to be a little sweeter, but it's actually got a little bit of tartness to it. And it still has a really good like bubbliness. I like that for a wine. All right, and a chocolate tart. They put this like red berry looking sauce on top of it. I don't know if I'm a fan of that, but oh, this is not soft. So it is more like a tart, so it's hard like a tart. I don't know. Yeah. I don't like that. It's too dry and crumbly like a cookie. I think Mark Allen will like this because he really likes tarts. I think I want it to be more like a cake. I know it's not, it's a tart, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, we have made it to Canada. I think this is gonna be one of our last booths for the evening. We got the chocolate maple whiskey cake. It looks delicious. It honestly looks a lot better than that last thing that we had. A lot more not so dry. So much better. Night and day difference. This is like everything opposite of what that last one was. This is very ooey and gooey, very moist, very rich. The flavors I like a lot better. This is the one to get. Don't get the one from France.
Our last and final booth for this video and the evening is Farmer's Feast. The cool thing about this booth is that it does have a rotating menu. So depending on when you're coming to Flower and Garden 2023, some of these dishes may or may not be available because they do switch up. This particular menu is called the Early Bloom and it runs for about a month. We got the spice cake, which is brand new on the Early Bloom menu, and it basically features a cream cheese frosting. It's not good. The edge was good. The middle, very dry, yet somehow rubbery. The texture is really bad on this one. It's almost as bad. It's probably tied for like worst with that chocolate tart that was drier than the Sahara Desert. I would not recommend this spice cake.
I tried it. We probably should have filmed my face because I made a really bad face. Like, that was gross. Like that wasn't just not good, that was gross. So sorry that we're ending off on not the best food item, but I hope you did see that we did try lots of really delicious things the past 3 days. We did it. We tried almost all of the new food things at Flower and Garden Festival 2023.
Honestly, there's still so many more food items that we did not highlight and show you. So definitely come on out, give it a shot, see what you like, and maybe not so much like we did.
And tell me what you are the most excited to try at this year's festival down in the comments below. And of course, if you have any questions about the festival, we are happy to answer that as well. We hope you guys enjoyed following along, but that's all we have for you guys today. Now go create your ever after.
I'm gonna try one of these almonds.
Bro, try the cheese before it gets cold.
I think there's something spicy on that.
What is this, Boo? Do I eat this like a sandwich? I'm going to.
Okay.
Is that better?
We'll find out if this is good soup.
Good soup. So that is the biggest bee I've ever seen in my life. In that flower over there.
Like a pistachio.
Potassium.
Potassium.
Bananas.